Hi, I'm Keelyn, and welcome back to another episode of Keelyn's Kitchen.
It's Keelyn's Kitchen. Sure is. Oh, yeah. My kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen is Keelyn. Keelyn's Kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen is Keelyn. Kiki in the kitchen, and you know we about to bust it down. Whipping up the flavors, let the whole crew gather round. Keelyn's Kitchen, we about to shut it down. Keelyn's Kitchen, the show is starting now.
On today's episode, we'll be making chicken Alfredo. Now, this recipe that I'm using is from my very own cookbook, Keelyn's Kitchen: A Culinary Journey. Now, the book isn't out yet, the book isn't even finished yet, but my goal is to have the book finished before school starts this fall. For our ingredients, we will need 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1/2 tablespoon of black pepper, 1/2 tablespoon of salt, 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1/2 tablespoon of Dash Southwest seasoning blend. And then for Alfredo sauce, we're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of whole milk, 1/2 cup of heavy cream, 3 tablespoons of cream cheese softened, 1/3 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1 tablespoon of paprika, salt and pepper to taste, and then 1 tablespoon of dried oregano. In the description below, I'm put down the full shopping list because I know sometimes when I'm looking for recipes, I need that as well. So yes, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so as you know, I'm using a recipe from my recipe book, from my cookbook, and I don't typically use measurements. I think I mentioned this every video, but I really don't. But in the actual recipe book and in the description and somewhere on either side of the screen, I will make sure to put the actual measurements if that is how you roll, but I don't do that. But I am gonna go by the book with what seasonings and things that I used when I first made this meal. So first, we're gonna prep the chicken. And so we already have our boneless chicken breast. I'm just gonna get this, and then I'm gonna, Jesus, quite large. I only have 2 because, I mean, you can really cook however many you want. So I'm gonna rinse these off, and then I'm gonna season them accordingly to how the book says so. I'm gonna pat them dry. So the whole point of this cookbook is because, of course, as I mentioned, I'm a college student. And then when I started making this, it was right before I was going into my first year of school. And I said that I wanted a cookbook that is very budget friendly for college students or for anyone that is just simply trying to be budget friendly. And so with this meal, some of the seasonings, actually not all of them, I already have at home. But for the other ingredients, I did have to go out and get. And everything together, including the chicken, cost $27. Now, if you're cooking for your family, that's something totally different. I'm not gonna cut the chicken until the very end when it's already cooked to put on over top the pasta. So now that our chicken is dry, what seasonings do I have? Yes. I didn't mention in the first part of the video because I simply forgot, and I need to actually add this to the book, but I use Old Bay seasoning, but only for the Alfredo sauce. I put that in there at the very end, so I need to actually add that in, but we're not gonna use that right now. So first, I'm just gonna coat it with a thin layer of seasoning salt. You can use seasoning salt or regular salt. I know in the book I have actual regular salt, but you can use whatever. So this should be the only salt-based thing that I have over here. So I had to adjust camera B really quickly. Thin layer of salt on 1/2. So I'm going to use the term coat the chicken. When you coat the chicken, it literally means you just sprinkle enough where like the top base is covered. Like, don't drown it out. And then when you sprinkle your salt, sprinkle from up here so it's evenly distributed onto the meat. Then we're going to use garlic powder. And then we're gonna use our Dash seasoning. Hello. So I went back to watch, I think not the very first episode. Well, I did watch the very first episode of Keelyn's Kitchen, but I went back to watch another episode, and it's crazy to see, It's crazy to see how far I've come channel-wise and also like person-wise. When I first started doing all of this, when I first started Keelyn's Kitchen, I was a senior in high school, and now I'm going to be a sophomore in college this coming up fall. And I was like, I really want like talking points and like stuff like to talk about when I'm doing all of this. And one thing I can say, when you have an idea, no matter how big or small, literally go out and go for it. When I first started Keelyn's Kitchen, when I first had the idea to start it, I didn't know what I was doing. Like I knew what I was doing, but like I really didn't know what I was doing or how I was going to do it. But I just kind of like took a leap of faith and just did it. I kind of like have fun with it, but I didn't really know where it would lead me, especially like on the oncoming year. A little fun fact: when I got to school, I was like, dang, like I won't be able to cook how I normally cook. Got there, and then our dining hall, we have a kitchen. We have a teaching kitchen inside of it where I now work in. And so how that came about, I made a video of me cooking inside of the kitchen. I posted it and like literally thought nothing of it. But I tagged our dining hall's Instagram. And so they saw it and asked me if I wanted to do a cooking class. And I was like, I've never done a cooking class, but why not? They saw the content from Keelyn's Kitchen from the prior videos before I even got there. That led to my position there. But my position there led me so many other places that I don't know. No, June, what day is it? Alexa, what day is it?
It's Friday, June 20th.
Yes, so Friday. Yeah, but when this episode airs, I was a guest on a talk show on TV in Long Island. That episode airs this Sunday. Got that opportunity because I started this and then it led to other places. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is no matter how scary it may seem in the beginning or like ambitious, like big, it may seem to you, literally just take a leap of faith and do it. You really never know where it's gonna get you. And I can happily testify to that. I didn't think about it until I was rewatching an episode. Because like I said, I edit so much and like editing is a beast within itself. I rarely go back and watch the video because I've watched it literally 1,000 times over when I was editing it. Moral of the story is always go after that little idea because you never know where it's gonna get you. And also, I learned this the hard way. Well, I'm still trying to learn it, but being consistent really does pay off. The long nights, the long hours, the heavy hours, they do pay off. Trust me. Did I already put this in there? Oh, see, I'm talking so much. I don't even know if I put, sorry, wait, I got sidetracked. I'm a very strong believer in God, like strong believer in God, having faith that it will one day pay off and one day work out, even though I can't see it. Just kind of trust in his plan and you'll be okay. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I do a lot. Like I have Keelyn's Corner, Keelyn's Kitchen, and then like Keelyn's Corner is a lot of different services put into one, but there's a lot of like additions added to that. There's like a lot of things that always goes through my mind when I'm doing that. So sometimes it can get overwhelming, but this has paid off. Even like the small little like makes me like so happy. That's just, why is this not coming? One second. It's just what I wanted to talk about because I was like, I feel like there's something that like I needed to talk about, but I didn't know like what. If you have an idea, I don't care how scary it is, I don't care how big it is, literally, please go after it because you never know what door it might open. And also, speaking of doors, with like all of like what I'm saying and what I'm doing now, yes, doors have opened, but honey, doors have closed. I've gotten no's like nobody's business. And the way I see a no is every no or every rejection is God's protection. Or there's another saying me and my friends say, every rejection is another redirection. Whenever you get a no over something, first of all, if you get a no for someone, I think Christian has said this, then you're talking to the wrong person, so go to somebody else. Or if you get even more no's, I don't know, do it yourself. If I get a no from something or from someone or whatever, and I know like it feel like I need to do this or I have that gut feeling, literally go out and do it yourself. Go out and make it yourself. I made all of this myself. And the saying is true, like, baby, if I can do it, literally anybody can. And I don't know where all this is gonna end up and leave me. Like I have plans and goals in mind, but literally just go out and do it. That's one thing I was like, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many long nights I have, and it will pay off for you too. So don't stop believing in yourself, because the second you stop believing in yourself, baby, you might as well just wash your hands and it's done. We're gonna switch over to the stove to start the sauce, cook the chicken, and start the pasta. Let's go. Okay, so we are here to cook the chicken, make the sauce, and actual boil the pasta. put that on medium heat. And then we're just gonna put a little olive oil in here. Not that much. So now that the oil is heating up for the chicken, we're going to put the water in the, what is this called? Yeah, it's gonna put the water in the pot, and then we're gonna come back and boil it. Okay, I'm gonna put that on high. Stove top is ready for the chicken. Hopefully this should fit both of these. Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna let it cook for 6 to 8 minutes on both sides. So, Alexa, set a timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. So yes, you're gonna let it cook on each side for 6 to 8 minutes, depending on the color, if it's the color I want it to be. And then, yeah, so we'll be back when that is correct. Our chicken is ready to be flippity flip flipped. Look at that. My. That is gonna cook on that side for another 6 to 8 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 7 minutes.
Good afternoon, Mama. 7 minutes, starting now.
Mama, oh, hold on, all right, Queen. So while that's doing this, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that to the back, and we're gonna get started on the actual sauce. Chicken is almost done. We're gonna get started on our sauce, and we're gonna do our pasta noodles as well. So I forgot that the stove was on. When you're doing your sauce, so you can either use regular Alfredo sauce, but this sauce, I have my Alfredo sauce, but then I'm gonna add in a little bit more. Make sure that your heat is on low because you can burn your sauce as well. And you don't want that. I'm gonna put in a half a stick. Okay, we're gonna do 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Okay, then 3 tablespoons of cream cheese. Okay. At cream cheese, you're gonna sprinkle your paprika in, and then your garlic powder. We're gonna let the cream cheese melt, and then we're gonna add in flour. You're gonna do 1/4 of a cup, but I know what that looks like. It's just to thicken everything up. And then your Old Bay seasoning. And you don't need a lot of it, you just need a cute little dash. So add in our shredded Parmesan. For a second there, I thought I messed it up. I don't think I did, but I have to cook the pasta noodles because the chicken is basically done. Oh, please don't be bad. Please don't be bad. Please don't be bad. Because if this is bad, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't like how it tastes. That's good. I'm gonna add a little water to even it out. Oh girl, for a second there, I was so scared. I was gonna be so upset at myself if I messed up the sauce. The sauce is finished, the pasta is boiling, the chicken is done. I will see you for the plating of the food and for the review of the food. It has been a very, very long journey, it feels like, to get here. Because I thought I messed up the sauce, but I didn't. I just added a little bit too much flour. So stuff like that, I do need to look at the measurements for. And I bought the recipe. The ingredients that I got, I didn't read. I forgot that I made that if I'm making it strictly from scratch. So there was a little complications, but everything turned out really, really good, and I cannot wait to try it because I haven't had my chicken Alfredo since when I think I made it the first time. So Let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Oh wow, honey. That's good. Yeah, this is good. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. That is really good. Yeah, I don't have any I don't have any critiques. I really like how the dish came out. And I'm so is that a fly? What's going on, sister? Since I've actually used the cookbook for the first time, because that was my first time using the cookbook, I do know what I need to go in and edit and change. But I'm so excited for that to be coming out whenever it does decide to come out. And I'm just so happy how this turned out. And I just love this dish. Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also put in the comments what you want to see me cook next, because I like finding out what to cook for each episode is so hard. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on
Keelyn's Kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen is Keelyn's. Keelyn's Kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen. It's Keelyn's Kitchen.